Demon Clung, Archer Monologues, episode 12 for June 11, 2020. Today, I'm going to do a Facebook scroll commentary. Alrighty, so let's begin.
By showing you some footage from the 1980s that shows who Joe Biden really is.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college. Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
And I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Clearly, Joe Biden is a stone liar. And unless you've been living in a cave someplace or you're delusional or whatever your malfunction is, you know that Donald Trump is a pathological liar. So what we face in November is a choice between a known liar from the Democratic Party and a pathological liar from the Republican Party. When I said that I thought we had reached the apex of voting for the lesser two evil of 2016, you see now why I say I'm wrong. Not only do we have these two horrific liars to choose from, but they're also ancient. They're elderly. Where are the younger people with integrity? Let's talk about third parties for a moment. No, I'm not going to pitch you on voting for any particular third-party candidate. In fact, I think just like 2016, the passions are so high in 2020 that even if I felt like advising or suggesting that you vote for a third-party candidate, 99.9999999% of the people who watch this video would dismiss that because they're absolutely confident this guy cannot be president. And the other half are absolutely confident this guy cannot be president. So we're going to find ourselves once again strangled by the two-party system. Isn't America grand?
Now, as far as Dave Champion is concerned, I have a lot of respect for him. I admire a lot of his ideas. Well, I admire him for his ideas. A lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Because I think he usually hits it nail on the head. He's got it. Got it straight down the middle. Bam. Got it. Nailed it. On various counts. But in regards to well, I can't complain about him on this particular situation either. I mean, I can't disagree with him. Joe Biden's a little bit, I think, maybe, overhill. I think Donald Trump is out of this world, batshit crazy. Just saying. I would think if the only choices I have is between those two, let me put it this way. I think Joseph Biden's caretakers or caregivers would do a better job of running this country than Donald Trump. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Because if Donald Trump is reelected, what I'm afraid of is I'm going to get a little bit older and I'm going to die. Well, this fucker is in prison? No, he's not. Maybe someday, but I'm going to die, and this is the last president I'm going to know. You know, I hope not. But Dave Champion has views on lots of things, and he's told me some things. He wrote a book about income tax and that criminal activity by the IRS and the rest of the government. And that book is number one. It is, as far as I can tell, I've done the study of it. I've read it. I checked it out as best I could, and you know, it's legit. And if you don't have the book, get the book. Read the book. You'll know something more than you know now if you've never read a book. And then you'll realize why it is I say over and over and over again. One, there's no law making the average American, non-incorporated American individual liable for the income tax. There's no law. None. Zip, zero, zilch. And a lot of people know this. And because, how do we know? How do I know? Because one, Dave Champion points this out to us and, gives us references to check it out and to prove it. So the evidence says, nope, doesn't exist. And my personal experiences with the IRS is, hey, Mr. IRS agent, can you show me the law that makes me liable for income tax? And he says, you're a troublemaker, and something else that I can't repeat on the air, and, and hangs up on me. Kind of give me a clue about where his head's at. Oh, he did say something out about, I think that's the 16th. No, he said, I think that's the 15th Amendment. And, excuse me? He can't even get his lies straight. Because obviously he's referring to the 16th Amendment, but obviously he's an idiot. And he works for the IRS, and he doesn't know which amendment it is that he claims justify robbing American people of their money. That's just pathetic. All right. So anyway, get the book, read the book. You'll find out what I know, because Dave Champion took the time of his life and to write the book. And it's a good book. Get it. Buy it. If you can't afford to buy them, come on. If you can't spend the money to buy the book, chip in 4 or 5 of your friends. Split the money, maybe $5, $8, $10 a piece. Get the book. Pass it around. Well worth your money. And then you'll know stuff. Know stuff that a lot of other Americans know. And you will know why we say the IRS is a criminal terrorist organization. And you'll know why we say that they have committed, the United States government, along with, the IRS and so on, has committed the largest financial crime this world has ever known. As I say, America has ever known. I don't know about financial crimes in China. I just made a statement. And that's a factual statement in my opinion. Now, see, there's the thing. You can have an opinion about a fact. It is my opinion that 2 and 2 is 4, a fact. Think about that. So anyway, that's why I suggest that there's no law, because there isn't, and Senator Arakawa Ininu, I forget. I think he's an Hawaiian senator at one time, maybe in California. Can't remember exactly, so don't get mad at me because I can't remember. It's been a while since I had looked that up and had that. In fact, I got the letter here somewhere in the files someplace. But it's been about, 10, 15 years since I've actually looked it up. So it's around somewhere. Should have it on my files on my computer, but I don't. Anyway, they asked him to look into this and find the law. And he looked. Well, he had like 100 of his research staff to look. And, surprisingly, he has 100 people on his staff that could actually go spend time and look for it. I think that's a lot of people to have on a staff. They're not volunteers, I'm guessing. I'm guessing they're getting paid. Taxpayer money. At any rate, they looked. They looked into public records. They looked into congressional records. They have to keep records in Congress. They have to keep records of everything that was ever done, said, supposed, proposed, analyzed, submitted, bills, laws, things that are passed, things that are not passed, the votes taken on everything. They get a record. Guess what? There's no record of any law being made, passed, introduced, made into law, making the American individual a non-incorporated American individual liable for the income tax. It doesn't exist. Hey, if there's no law, if Congress didn't make it, if Congress didn't pass it, then it doesn't exist because Congress makes the damn laws in America. Oh, I know. You think President Trump can make laws just by, signing a piece of paper at his desk. Executive order shit. Well, nope. Not the way it works. And, if the Supreme Court of the United States was actually, decent, legal, law-abiding, not traitors, not anti-freedom bastards, corrupt to the core, all of them, all 9 of them, then, they would have issued this proclamation a long time ago and said, you can't make a law, Mr. President, that has to go through Congress. So if you want to make a law, then give it to Congress and have them vote on it and make it a law if they want to. Unless, of course, you're Donald Trump, in which case, tell him fuck himself. Because Donald Trump has never had a decent idea in his life. Sorry. He's I can't even think of words to describe that man. He's just absolutely unbelievable. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry he's president. And, and I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody, really. Not really, because hate is just kind of, it takes me a place I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I hate people. And that just makes me ugly. It makes me feel ugly inside. It makes my brain hurt. It makes my heart hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I can be disdainful of people. I can hold them in contempt. I can be disgusted by them. I can just not like them. Like some of my ex-wives. Well, one in particular. I don't hate her. I just don't like her because she did some nasty things to me. But that's another show. We'll get to it. I brought it up only because we were talking about people I dislike and don't hate, but just don't like. And that's one of them. You might suggest I'm rambling here. But anyway, Donald Trump. Now, this thing about 2 parties, it's a joke. You got these 2 people that are like old people, and, that they're... I'm almost certain that neither one of them are like really decent Americans. I mean, Joe is like a nice old guy, but I mean, I don't know. They say, he's kissing little girls' foreheads and shit, on the hair or whatever, petting them on the head. I mean, well, big fucking deal. They said something about he raped somebody or fingered some woman somewhere, something like 20 or 30 years ago. I mean, I don't care. That's beside the point. I don't care. Doesn't matter. To bring that up now is just, I don't know, childish. Total childish foolishness. And if he did, and she didn't like it, what can you do? Call a cop? She didn't, apparently. We reported it. I reported it to somebody. Well, yeah, and I told them, my friends or something. Yeah, well, duh. Then I guess you didn't consider it, important enough to actually call a cop and say, hey, the guy raped me with his finger or whatever. Apparently not, because, you didn't. And I don't want to hear excuses. I mean, you got to stand up and, defend yourself. And if you want to complain about somebody raping you, then, do it now. Don't wait for 20 years. That's just stupid. Let's wait till all the witnesses die or whatever. Or let's just wait till the guy gets senile and can't remember whether he did it or not. Whatever. I don't put anything past any politician, good, bad, right, wrong, even if I like them. I mean, I don't have anything particularly against Obama. I mean, really personally in a serious way. I mean, he did sign some kind of legislation that was like totally anti-American, anti-freedom, and totally disgusting. But that's history now. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it then either, because he did it like in secret. It's almost in the middle of the night or something. Anyway, but I don't have a thing about Obama. He's certainly a man that's a hell of a lot more respectable than Donald Trump ever will be or ever was. And I just think that by comparison, I'd rather have Obama like living next door to me than I would Donald Trump even living in the same country with me. He's just despicable. And that I just want to point this out. Okay, so this was the thing. All right, so that's that. Moving on. If you don't want to vote for these two guys, don't vote for them, for Christ's sake. Oh, I'll vote for third party or whatever. Then do it. If everybody that said, I'd like to vote for a third party person because I like that person better, but I don't want to waste my vote. Yeah, you do. You're wasting your vote by voting for a crook or a senile old man or whatever. I mean, that's idiotic. That's an idiotic excuse. You got a choice. Vote for that guy, I don't like him. Vote for that guy, I don't like him. Vote for that guy, I kind of like him. Then vote for him. If all the people that say, yeah, I like him, would vote for him, or her, in the case of the Libertarian candidate, then, that person might actually win. Seriously. And then in which case, we wouldn't have to worry about either one of those old farts. Well, the prick in the mutt, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Let's move on. All right, scrolling on down, we get across something put up by PragerU. Now, let me say a word about PragerU and Dennis Prager. When I hear Prager, I think prick. Prager. He's a pricker. The man is an idiot, a moron, absolute bottom of the barrel fucking moron. He's absolutely disgusting, contemptible, pathetic. Oh, and I should call people names and, character assassination shit. Yeah, because that's what he is. For one thing, he thinks, I'm a Christian, and right there, you're dumb. You're stupid. You're delusional. You're insane. You're just unbelievable. Credibility, zero. I don't care what Mr. Prager says. Even if he's right, zero credibility. Not listening to that dickhead. He's just evil. Sorry, evil. And the sad part is, sometimes he does say something right. He does. Occasionally he says something that's absolutely true and is absolutely correct, absolutely right, absolutely a good thing. Absolutely. Sometimes. But mostly, it's a waste of human flesh. And his ideas mostly are his, I don't know. I'm going to say like 98% of what he says and what his people say on Facebook, for example. I mean, I got him on my feed. He posts his shit on my Facebook thing. And, sometimes I have made comments about what he's posted and, I get myself blocked off of Facebook for a month. Really? I mean, wait, he gets to keep saying shit? Stupid lies and shit and bullshit and anti-freedom, anti-intelligent, just absolute fucking stupid shit. And he gets to stay on Facebook and I get a block for 30 days for saying, a man's a liar who just happened to be a liar. Not him. Well, as far as I know, he could be a liar. Can't think of an example right now, but most of what he says, I don't think it's true, but okay, whatever. So I'm just, maybe I'm just, jealous? He gets to stay on Facebook and say bullshit day after day after day after day, and I go on and say, hey, you, John Smith, whatever your name is, you're a liar. And, because you told a lie, and, here's the proof. Because what you said was like Just to give you an example, he said 2 and 2 equals 5, and I said, anybody with a brain knows 2 and 2 does not equal 5, you liar. And then I get 30 days in Facebook prison. Well, talk about wrong. Do I think Dennis Prager and his PragerU Facebook page or wherever he happens to be posting things should be banned from the internet or whatever? No, because I like to see what these idiots have to say so I can, mock them, make fun of them, ridicule them, and call them stupid, because they are. And, they have a right to say stupid shit. I have a right to say, that guy said stupid shit. So, here's to you, Dennis Prager. Fuck you. Anyway, moving on. Oh, he posts this one. All right. Condoleezza Rice is talking here on his, I guess it's a video or something. America is less racist than before. Let's see now. To deny this, Dennis Prager or his people say, to deny this is to say America has made zero progress since slavery. Well, obviously we've made some progress. I mean, you'd have to be, popsicles in your brain to think that racism is as bad today as it was, 150 years ago or so. I mean, come on. Or even 70 years ago. Yeah, progress has been made. Zero? Hardly. Some progress. How much? Not enough to keep cops from killing black folk. And I want to point out, cops kill white people too. Yeah, surprise, surprise. So I have a problem with this Black Lives Matter slogan because I'm a white guy and I kind of don't like being killed by cops either. And I kind of think, when it comes to cops killing people, maybe they kill more black people than white people, but still, if I'm one of the guys that get killed and I'm white, I'm going to think, my life matters too. And I'm a white guy, so, black and white lives matter. Or all people's lives matter. That cliche stuff goes on. But the point is, we don't have as many lynchings today as we had 100 years ago, I'd say. As many, because when a cop puts his knee on a guy and chokes him to death, or strangles him to death, or asphyxiates him to death, that's a lynching in my view, by a loose definition of the word. And the more I learn about these people, the more I come to realize, murder. We've been through that. I've said it before. Just protests going on and shit. Yeah, he was murdered in plain sight, freaking daylight, and people saw it, and nobody did anything to stop it, which I think is pretty pathetic. Citizens have a duty to intervene in murder. Sorry. Okay, moving on. So anyway, Dennis Prager and his crowd, seem to think that there has been some progress, but I also think that Dennis Prager and his group of dumbass people have occasionally said there's been a whole lot of racism and this doesn't exist anymore, blah, blah, blah. So, he kind of gets carried away and says something stupid. Almost every time. All right, what else we got here? Remember, any order containing income tax shattering the myths gets free shipping. Dave Champion again. Oh, yeah. Buy the book. Do it. Do it now. 425 pages. Take a while to read it. It's a good read. You need to buy the book. I don't care. Like I said, you got 5 guys, get together, chip in $5-10, whatever it is. Buy the book, pass it around, read the book. And then talk about it. All right, what else we got here? The 10 Commandments, the best moral code. All right, Prager, you again. Fuck. Let me tell you something, Prager. You fuck. It's time to put Christianity in a museum for ancient history because, it's idiotic. It's delusional, idiotic, batshit crazy nonsense. So fuck off, Dennis. How come he gets to say shit like that and I can't say anything, really? Well, I do, and then, out of the blue, I get blocked for 30 days. Wouldn't surprise me if Facebook motherfuckers try to keep me from, posting on Facebook ever again, because, they're fucking fascist pigs. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, what else do we got here? Scrolling down, keep it down. I saw some things a while ago that were interesting. Wait a minute.